It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these AFC North foes. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations. The game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta have it moments. There is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop them. These are two prime, elite wide receivers in the National Football League. Night game, prime time, they're looking to put on a show.
Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go here in Baltimore. Hardy now with the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28. Offense taking the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
He falls into a category, Mike, of the ultimate journeyman, and I just think it's a credit to him that he's been able to stick around this long in the NFL in a clear backup role, and it just speaks volumes to the presence that he has in the quarterback room. Now, he's not the guy you're going to give the keys to your franchise to and build your team around, but every time he is called into action, he seems to deliver. Now, that's the case here today, and if history tells us anything, he's going to rise to the occasion, and he's going to give his team a chance.
And that play gets nothing, so no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Aguilar goes off in motion. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Raven first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
On the ground, they'll go with Hill. He'll get this down to the 44, but that's about it. Second down and 8. Aguilar goes off in motion. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run here with Hill. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now, faking the give. Back to the tight end, Kohler. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive. And as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
This has been a solid opening drive. They're knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Here's a run. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. On the zone read, it's Mitchell. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
On 4th down, here comes Justin Tucker for the Ravens. That one is good. And the Ravens are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Burrow going to open by putting it up. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And When you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he will score. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bengals move out to a 7-3 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready now for their second drive. Trailed by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. All run play. This is Hill. He'll get about 2. Myles Garrett able to bring him down. They'll motion a tight end right. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Raven first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
And I think this is going to be a matchup they exploit the rest of the game. They go to it here early to test it. And I think with those results, it's something they should continue to come back to, because I'm not sure the defense has a matchup for that running back.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's into space, past the 25. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Here's Hill. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll stick with him again. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. They'll try to run this one in. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try to run with Mitchell. A second effort, and he is in. Peyton Mitchell. Touchdown, Ravens. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. The kick is good, and the Ravens are on top. It's now 10-7. Is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bengals offense ready to take over for their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
And his great game continues. And all game long, Mike, he's really been on the receiving end of a lot of big plays, but I think we might have just seen his best one yet.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run the toss with Walker. And he lose a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
In motion comes Andrews. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
On first and 10, Burrow. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's first and 10. Burrow. Catch made there by Waddle. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Burrow here on second down. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it with Walker. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. A short game, down to the 7. Second and goal. They go play action for Burrow. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And now 3rd and goal coming up.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's...
Zach Taylor not liking that last call all that much, and out comes the challenge flag. They're looking both at the feet to see if 2 were down, but also whether or not he had full possession of the football when those feet were down.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it, and the Bengals are on top. It's 14-10. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now Now an opening past the 30. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 14-10 is our score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Third and 6. Back to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Baltimore.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the... There is a lot of room to operate.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Aguilar goes off in motion. They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
We'll go with a drop play here on second down. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll find Hill out of the backfield. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st down, Burrow. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
That is caught left side by Waddle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
In motion, Lamb. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Burrow to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, Burrow. This one caught at the 4. And he's in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. And the Bengals are out to a 21-10 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down. He's got this up to the 35.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. This one complete to Bateman. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third down, 3 to go. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Bengals offense and CD Lamb set to take over once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the 1st half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now, Burrow. That's complete. It's Waddle. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Toward the sideline, that's pulled in by Lamb. That catch puts him over 100 yards for the game, and we still have another half to go. That catch picks up the 1st down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a 1st down.
There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Bengals. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bengals add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense and their running back set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Bateman is the motion man. From the gun, here's a handoff, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 6. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
The middle. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
He'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. The big fella, Quinnen Williams, forcing his way in for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Here's Jordan Stout now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now, Burrow. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Play action now. It's Burrow. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Burrow here on 2nd down. Catch made there by Waddle. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw, Burrow. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. That catch puts him over 100 yards for the game, and we still have another half to go. That catch picks up the 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Second and a yard. To throw is Burrow. That is hauled in at the 5. And he'll take it on in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cincinnati. His 2nd touchdown of this 1st half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bengals are able to extend the lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He finds Likely, his tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. Clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. On 1st down, Burrow. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Second down, Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Bengals are out in front. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout and continuing to master running and executing. First and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They go play action for Burrow. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Working out of the gun, Burrow. This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. In motion, Lamb. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
All right, Mike, now it's getting to the point where it's almost becoming borderline disrespectful. I mean, despite having this big lead here in the second half, they continue to take shots downfield. They are not content with just running this clock out and shaking hands and going off with a win. Truth be told, I think they're trying to embarrass him, and they're doing a pretty good job at it.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. Space to run inside the 20. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they used the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
To the right side, that's St. Brown.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Now a 3rd and 2. Burrow to throw. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it, and the Bengals stretch things out even further. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. And 4. They'll look to throw. To the tight end, Likely. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Run play. This is Hill. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Here's Hill. And he'll get this up close to a first down as the tackle is made right at the midfield stripe.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down. but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Raven first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
On the RPO, a throw to Flowers. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Aguilar goes off in motion. They'll run here with Hill. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats, makes mom and dad happy. But, Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens cut into the lead a little bit. There is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Tyreek now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Burrow. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that 3rd down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of the coverage are. I'm going to get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the 1st down.
In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Burrow here on 2nd down. There's a short one caught by Andrews.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Now Burrow on the bootleg. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Really nice job here by the quarterback. Not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
Play action now. It's Burrow. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Cincinnati. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals will add 1 more onto their big lead.
Ravens 17.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And that is incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. It's second down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Back to the air once more on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
One of the tight ends motions right. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's to the tight end, Kohler. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The 3-4 defense, Mike, is predicated on the big man over the center, the nose tackle. He's big, he's strong, he takes up the entire middle of the defense, and that's exactly what we just saw on that play. He makes the stop for no gain.
In motion comes Andrews. To throw is Burrow. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's 3rd and 2. Burrow. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Nice play there by the defender, able to get his hand up on that ball and break up the pass. And frankly, if he's able to come down with that catch, he'd be playing offense.
The Bengals ready to punt this one away. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and a short pickup to about the 30. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. He finds Likely, his tight end. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And short. And he's going to have a Ravens first down. He's up to the 45-yard line.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. To the air now on first and 10. He'll find Aguilar complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
One of the tight ends in motion right. Back to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. Aguilar able to make the catch. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on second and 2. Back to the air one more time. He'll find Hill out of the backfield. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Aguilar goes off in motion. They'll throw here on third and short yardage. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Sauce Gardner. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point, and now they'll try to finish up strong. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The run up the middle, it's Walker. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Once again, it's Walker. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Aguilar goes off in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in third and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. This throw right is taken in by Flowers.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on 3rd down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
The offense is out there, 4th and inches. He's going to try to get this himself. And he's going to have a Ravens first down. Quite a call there. They go for it on 4th and inches, and it's a gain of 5.
I love this call, Mike. Put the pressure on the defense to make the right decision. In this case, they decide to go after the running back, but it's the quarterback who pulls it and keeps it himself and is able to convert for the first down.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll take off again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Linebackers in general have the reputation of being very instinctive players, and I think we saw it there on that last pass breakup. The ability to diagnose and read the play almost before it even starts. It allows them to be in the right spot at the right time and allows them to make the play.
They'll motion a tight end right. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Coming open, that's the tight end likely. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space into covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Bateman is the motion man. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's Walker. He'll only be able to get the 47-yard line. Second down and 8. They'll run here with Walker. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Bengals first down.
On the handoff, this is Walker. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's a handoff to Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
Burrow throwing on 4th down. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On 1st down, Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Second down, Burrow. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's a designed run. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Burrow. And that is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And that'll set up fourth down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Bateman is the motion man. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's to the tight end, Kohler. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a first down. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. They'll look to throw again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll find Hill out of the backfield. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Quick throw here is complete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now they'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
It's now 4th down and 1.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. He fakes the handoff and keeps it to himself. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
4th down, you want to make sure you give your quarterback the option to keep the ball in his hands, and that's exactly what they decided to do, and the defense was ready. They played assignment football. Everyone did their job, and they come up with a huge 4th down stop.
The Bengals offense headed back to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They bring the tight end in motion. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still 2nd down.
On the ground, it's Walker. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down. So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. In a game that was expected to be a cakewalk, pretty much turned out that way. Their class just much the best in this one, as they cruise to an easy road victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, we wish you a terrific night.